Greetings, followers of the Secret Scriptorium. Tonight, we journey through the times, the era of Niccolo Paganini and his interactions with Lucifer. Keep in mind, this is just a short tale that was crafted for your pleasure. In this tale, you will hear of a familiar character featured here named Lucius. This took place before Lucius met Eleanor, so let us dive in and learn of his early history. Let us begin with the small tale called The Devil's Sonata. The sun had set on Genoa, casting the city in a dusky glow. Niccolo Paganini, his tall figure draped in black, was practicing in his candlelit chamber. Each note from his violin sang out with fervor, yet the maestro's brow was furrowed in frustration. No matter how passionately he played, the essence he sought eluded him. As the clock neared midnight, a gust of wind extinguished the candles. In the sudden darkness, an unfamiliar, chilling melody began to play. The notes were sorrowful yet exquisitely beautiful, the kind of beauty that arises from profound pain. Captivated, Niccolo turned to see a shadowy figure holding a violin that shimmered even in the dimness. The mysterious figure stepped into the moonlight filtering through the window, revealing piercing eyes that held millennial stories. "I've heard tales of your prowess, Niccolo," he murmured, his voice as rich as velvet. "And you mine," Niccolo replied cautiously, "if legends are to be believed." The stranger laughed softly. "Legends often carry a grain of truth. Call me Lucifer." Over subsequent nights, Lucifer visited Niccolo, teaching him melodies that evoked the heights of celestial joy and the depths of infernal despair. The maestro was a keen student, absorbing every note and technique, his skills magnifying under Lucifer's guidance. Their bond deepened, not just as mentor and protege, but as kindred spirits. They would often wander Genoa's cobbled streets after midnight, discussing music, life, and the universe. However, having the Prince of Darkness as a companion did raise eyebrows, and whispers grew about the man always cloaked in shadows. One evening, as they sat in a dimly lit tavern, Niccolo mused, "You need a name that blends with the mortals, my friend. Lucifer attracts undue attention." Smiling, he continued, "How about Lucius? It's close enough to your original name. But inconspicuous." Lucifer, or rather Lucius, chuckled. "A fine choice," he agreed, raising his glass. Under Lucius's tutelage, Niccolo's performances became events of legend. Crowds would be entranced, weeping one moment and laughing the next. Their collaboration wasn't merely musical. It was spiritual, binding two souls from vastly different realms. Yet the power of such a bond was not without its price. Niccolo's health began to wane and dark circles marked his eyes. But the music, their shared creation, kept him going. They began to pen what would be their ultimate masterpiece, drawing from both their worlds. With every passing day, the friendship between Niccolo and Lucius intensified. It was not merely the bond of mentor and student, but the bond of friendship. It was a connection that transcended realms. One evening, after a particularly impassioned session of composition, Lucius, with a look of profound contemplation, said, "To truly understand the depths of our masterpiece, you must witness the realm from which half of it is born." Before Niccolo could respond, the room grew cold. The walls began to fade, and the ground beneath them shifted. Suddenly, they stood at the precipice of a vast, sprawling abyss. Lakes of fire stretched out below them, and the air was thick with a palpable sense of anguish. "Welcome to my kingdom," Lucius whispered, his voice echoing in the vastness. Niccolo, though initially taken aback, felt a strange sense of calm. Holding his violin close, he followed Lucius as they descended deeper into the inferno. Sights were overwhelming. Souls in torment, bound by chains of their own making. Demons, some grotesque, others eerily beautiful, going about their tasks. And rivers not of water, but of tears, reflecting the weight of countless regrets. Yet, amidst the despair, there were moments of haunting beauty. In one corner, lost souls danced to a mournful tune played by a demon, their movements a blend of pain and grace. In another, a shimmering waterfall, made entirely of molten gold, cascaded into a fiery lake, illuminating the surroundings with an ethereal glow. As they journeyed through this realm, Niccolo's understanding of Lucius deepened. He began to see past the Prince of Darkness facade, recognizing the profound loneliness and sorrow that marked Lucius's existence. The melodies they had composed together, which seemed so abstract in the mortal realm, took on a visceral quality here. After what felt like both an eternity and a fleeting moment, they stood before a vast obsidian palace, its spires reaching out, almost touching the darkness above. "My sanctuary," Lucius murmured. Inside, amidst the grandeur and shadows, was a room dedicated to music. Instruments of all kinds, some familiar and some utterly alien to Niccolo, were displayed with reverence. At the room's center stood 2 chairs and a music stand. "This is where our symphony must be completed," Lucius said, his voice filled with determination and a hint of melancholy. Niccolo, deeply moved by the journey and the trust Lucius had shown him, nodded in agreement. With a newfound depth of understanding and inspiration, they began to play, their combined melodies filling the vast halls of the palace, bringing a rare moment of peace to the abyss. The days following their sojourn to the abyss were a blur of melodies, compositions, and profound reflections. Niccolo, now with an intimate understanding of both celestial and infernal realms, played with a fervor that was unparalleled. Crowds thronged to his concerts, drawn by his otherworldly talent and the haunting allure of the music he co-created with Lucius. Yet, as is the nature of all mortal beings, Niccolo's health began its inexorable decline. The intensity of channeling such powerful energies and emotions took its toll, and the maestro grew frail, his once agile fingers now trembling. One fateful evening in Nice, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the world in hues of gold and crimson, Niccolo drew his last breath. It was said that, in his final moments, a soft, melancholic tune played in the background, though no one could ascertain its source. News of his passing spread like wildfire, and the world mourned the loss of a musical genius. The streets of Nice were lined with thousands, their faces marked by grief as they paid their respects to the virtuoso who had touched their souls. As the funeral procession moved slowly through the cobbled streets, a tall, shadowy figure, draped in a cloak of deepest black, watched from a distance. Lucius, his face a mask of sorrow, had come to bid farewell to his friend and collaborator. As night fell and the mourners dispersed, Lucius approached Paganini's final resting place, laying a single blood-red rose upon the tombstone. He whispered, "Our symphony remains unfinished, dear friend, but fear not, for our melodies will echo for all eternity." Drawing his violin, Lucius played a heart-wrenching elegy under the moonlit sky. The notes, filled with pain, loss, floated through the night, serving as both a tribute to Niccolo and a testament to their eternal bond. As dawn's first light broke, Lucius vanished, leaving behind a world that had been forever changed by the magic of their music. The end of the fascinating tale of the Devil's Sonata. From solace to sorrow and fame, there is tapestry of stories waiting to be told. As we close this tale, tread carefully, for in the hush of twilight, you might just hear the sorrowful violin of Lucius. Join us next time in the secret scriptorium, as we continue to journey through the annals of mystery and enchantment. Subscribe and let the wonder unfold.